The narrator is a 30-year-old man with no name. Working in the office of an automotive corporation, he spends a lot of time on business trips to the places of an accident. In his spare time, he decorates his apartment with IKEA furniture. It seems to him that a few more purchases and there will be nothing to wish for. The narrator suffers from insomnia and is often unable to distinguish between sleep and reality. Instead of medicine, the doctor suggests that he go in for sports and more seriously attend a meeting of men with testicular cancer to see people suffering for real. There, the protagonist meets Fat Bob, a former bodybuilder who abused a steroid. The hero's collision with real suffering and loss of masculinity for a while allows him to get rid of the blues and return to normal vitality. Every day at the end of work, the shadow life of a vampire begins for him, who feeds on the suffering of others. While visiting more and more groups of sufferers, he notices a second imposter, a girl named Marla Singer. Her philosophy is that you can die at any moment, but the tragedy is that this does not happen. Similarly, the narrator during each flight in the plane cherishes the hope that he will die in a plane crash. The narrator and Marla try to distribute the groups they visit so as not to overlap. However, a meeting with a double throws the hero off balance and insomnia returns to him. Upon returning from another business trip, the hero meets Tyler Durden, a soap manufacturer and seller, in the cabin of the plane. Upon reaching his home from the airport, the narrator is horrified to discover that his apartment has been completely destroyed as a result of a powerful explosion. Something tells the shocked hero that he can call Tyler and find support in his face. Tyler lives an unusual life, commits peculiar antics, characterized by the narrator as a struggle with the system. Tyler pushes the victim to ask to stay at his house and immediately agrees to it. Right after that, Tyler asks the narrator right here at the bar to hit. Despite the initial one, finally, the narrator grants this strange request. After beating each other, the happy friends head to Tyler's spacious apartment in a vacant lot. Later, they get a dose of cradles in the parking lot. Their strange relationship attracts a crowd of interested people. So, a fight club appears in the basement of the bar. Tyler formulates a set of commandments for recruits. The first rule of the club is not to mention Fight Club. Tyler lives by making high-quality soap from fat, which he steals from clinics where liposuction is performed. One day, Marlo takes a dangerous dose of sleeping pills and contacts the narrator by phone. The conversation is intercepted by Tyler. He brings her to his place and enters into an intimate relationship with her. Their moans resound throughout the house, awakening in the narrator envy of his friend's sexual exploits and an infantile feeling that Tyler and Marla are his parents. Under the leadership of Tyler, the Fight Club is gradually turning into Project Mayhem, which is undertaking more and more destructive acts of vandalism under the slogans of fighting the zombie contemporary of consumer society. The rapid development of the project and the acts of violence committed by it frighten the narrator, who gradually departs from his activities. After a fierce argument and a car accident, Tyler disappears from the narrator's life. When Bob, who also joined this club, dies while completing a task, the narrator tries to put an end to subversive activities. Tracing Tyler's steps, the narrator discovers fight clubs in all major cities of the country. Moreover, their members mistake him for Tyler. A call on Marley's phone confirms the guess that Tyler is himself, or rather the side of the personality that he tries not to advertise. Tyler appears before his eyes, explaining that he takes over the narrator's body whenever he sleeps, that he is a project of a clot of his repressed desires. Thus, all of Tyler's actions were committed by the narrator himself, and he also destroyed his own apartment. Waking up after several hours of unconsciousness, the narrator discovers that during this time Tyler managed to make several phone calls. The hero finds out that Tyler planned the destruction of the largest financial corporations. He tries to contact the police, but finds out that they are also members of the Mayhem Project. The narrator tries to defuse explosives planted in one of the office buildings on his own. He is confronted by Tyler, who uses the foci of the hero's unconsciousness, leads him at gunpoint to the top floor to demonstrate the power of explosions that will soon hit the city. The narrator finally realizes that he and Tyler, despite the split personality, have the same body. Deciding to take advantage of this, he shoots himself in the mouth. The bullet passes through the narrator's cheek. Tyler is already pierced by the bullet in the back of the head, the double in the person of Tyler dies, and the hero acquires consciousness and unity of personality. The members of the Mayhem Project drag the Marla they kidnapped to the narrator and leave them alone. Holding hands, the narrator and Marla watch through huge windows as skyscrapers collapse. The narrator takes Marla by the hand and says, "We met at a strange time in my life.